yes.
We are on our 17th episode, and today we're going to talk about how we create our life, which is our business. How do we create our business, which is our life? And when other people rule other businesses outside of us, and then all of a sudden they rule our businesses inside of us. So this topic is about borrowed thoughts. Whose thoughts are you using in your life every day, in your business every day? Why do you have schizophrenia? That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about how these kind of thoughts push us to the crisis. Yeah, and don't forget, crisis, this is the right time to grow. Don't be scared about this. Yeah, and let me just share my screen here. And here we are.
Look at these people. Just look at these people and see if you can recognize yourself. These are the people of business. Sometimes we call ourselves busy people, very busy people, because we're always thinking about the business. And the business of our life is just as important as the business that makes money for you, because it starts at home, right here. Then it goes at home in your environment where you exist with other people. Maybe you're married, maybe not, but there are other people in your home permanently or sometimes, and you need to organize them. It's a revolutionary thought. Why? Because we believe people come and we have to serve them, and we do serve them around the table. At the same time, sometimes we feel that we are endangered servant because we are running in 1,000 directions, feeling extremely busy because everybody has an agenda for us. So, how does it work for you? Since you are the goal setter, the priority man, how does it work in life and business?
Yeah, this is great topic because during the day, by statistics, we have around like 60,000 different thoughts, and just couple them, they're our own. The rest is not ours, and that's why we have to be very like careful about what kind of thoughts I'm gonna use for today. Yeah, how to prioritize them. And as just Svetlana mentioned, I have a mission for this is goal settings and prioritizing them. And just even today morning, I was walking through the business walk with three business people, and we were talking about this particular topic, how to prioritize things. And can you imagine, Svetlana, yesterday, one business owner was sharing his story. He had his agenda, but suddenly he got a call and he had to run to the different place right away. And by the end of the day, he wasn't very happy because his list of the like achievements was almost empty. And that's why we really need to remember, how to choose the right thoughts, how to prioritize them, and of course, how to have this ability to feel them, to see them, and to have the power to choose the right way. Because we have our goal, and we see the clear path to go there. But something happens during the day. We lost our energy, we lost our focus, because this kind of thousand thoughts in our head just creates this kind of subjective reality, and we really believe in it, and we spend lives, and I'm not joking, we spend lives. And that's why, guys, pay attention to what we're going to be talking about today, because this kind of what you can see on our screen, you can be a business person or person of the purpose, who can give the great things to this world.
And really, purpose is something that drives you. Motivation is not what you think it is. It's not somebody told you, somebody gave you the reason. It is the reason that rises within you. And very often we live to fulfill superficial goal of feeling important, significant, look serious, look socially approved, and it creates a lot of tension within the body. Tension within the body is not just muscle ache after the sport. Tension in the body is when you're ready to jump into the next task, but the task is not clear. And so you do not have a release. When it's clear, you go. When it's not clear, you go this way, what should I do? You go into your head. And we have 6 human needs that are important to satisfy for everybody. We have flavors and variety, but the general scope of it is that we want to feel loved and approved. That's what we're serving everybody and giving everybody whatever they want. We want this love and connection happening in our life all the time. We absolutely want to feel important and significant, because what's the point if nobody sees you, nobody hears you? We also want a variety in our life. We want to be interested. Things should be interesting. If you're not interested in anything, you're not interesting for yourself or other people. And then we always have stability. Without stability, what kind of life? I need to know that every day I get the same amount of money. The money do not leave my account unexpectedly. I want my husband or my wife to come home every day at the same time, and I want to have dinner with family. And if that stability is broken, we go into stress. And those 4 needs are basic survival needs, believe it or not. Even if you don't have a husband or wife or children, you still want somebody to recognize you, to see you. That's why people create businesses. But the truth of the matter is we have 2 other goals that have nothing to do with the survival mode. It has to do with the purpose. It's the goal of growing, of learning. And that's where crisis that we love with Vasily so much, because we both are born on 7th. I'm 20 on 25th and he's on 7th. So he's clear group 7 and I'm mixed group 7. And we love to be in the moment, having interesting things happening, and grow, always grow. So growing and learning through the crisis is the sharpest, the more adrenaline charged feeling. That's why people go through the crisis. They create crisis because life is boring and we love drama. And the last one is the service for humanity. It's a big word. But if your business does not have that purpose, that at the end everybody gets better, your business is doomed. Not because it's not going to make money. It will make money, but it will create a hole in your soul. No matter how much money you make, if it's against the humanity, if it's against the well-being, if it's against the truth of who you are, when you become dishonest with yourself, because you make money, and that's great because you can buy more things, but other people are suffering alcohol, for example, or cigarettes. It's unbelievable. I just came back from Turkey. The whole country, girls, boys, men, women, older people, everybody lives in the smoke. There is not a place where you can go. I love Turkey, amazing dancers. I dance tango. But this is part of not being in the moment, because your head is constantly bombarded by the smoke. It fries your brain. And on a package, it says, you will have cancer. Buy that package and you bought a cancer. And it doesn't stop anybody. But how
Nobody
many
cares.
how many businesses are producing it? This is karma, truly. Action against humanity. So the purpose of creating a business is the purpose of your life. And the purpose of organizing your life is your business. And that's how you can determine, are you living a busy life just because somebody will look at you and say, oh, she's so busy, it's impossible to get through to her or to him. Or you're living your life because you want to feel peace within your soul. And you want to be visionary, a creator of a better future for yourself, your family, and humanity. So look at these people. Who are you? Which one?
Yeah, and you have to remember that we have a kind of limit of our life. Yeah, we have a limit. Yeah, we have the scenario. It's like the end is there, and nobody knows. But
150 at least. But a couple centuries before, 300 was normal.
yes, yes, yes. And we have like 2 paths. Yeah, one to the chronic fatigue and one to the constant activity. And of course, like we have to. I have a noise. Can you hear, Svetlana, the noise, or is okay?
Okay.
All right. And of course, you can choose the way through the life to go through the crisis, all the kind of this kind of activity stuff, or you can go through the knowledge. And of course, going with the knowledge, it's much, much easier, but you have to invest some time, like get the right information about you, about your date of birth. Of course, in your date of birth, there is something hidden. And we've been talking a lot about this, guys. The number of your date of birth is not only number, this is like energies. 9 different energies can help you to grow, to achieve your goals, or can at one point destroy you. Yeah, it's not easy to hear, but it works like this. And that's why pay attention and stay with us with it clear, because this kind of topic is very important. Thoughts. What kind of thoughts I choosing for today? And of course, we have great tools. We have calendars that we can use on the daily basis, because this kind of calendars gives us idea how to use our thoughts in a way to achieve our goals. And I'm talking about a lot achieving goals. I cannot talk without like achieving goals, because my mission is four. And Svetlana's mission is number 9. This is like promoting stuff to push us harder and faster. And guys, I can tell you, in Svetlana's surrounding, you can achieve your goals faster, because I know Svetlana for a while already, and I know her clients. It's just incredible, has this kind of opportunity to reach their goals and work through their thoughts, because Svetlana has a lot of thoughts. Svetlana, I just like really want to share your experience with the rest of the world and to show how you can help me. And one point you helped me. At one point we had a session, a private session, even between us. Yes, Svetlana, do you remember? And I still remember your words, like saying, Vasily, pay attention to this, pay attention to this, because at one point you can find yourself, okay, I don't know what to do. And that's why it's really important to remember, yeah, we have a limit of our life, and how you're gonna go through with a chronic fatigue or with like constant activity, this is your choice. And we really can give you your details, yeah?
Right. And what I love about our team, because we are similar in our date of birth and we're different in our mission. So Vasily's mission is the summary of all the numbers in your date of birth. And the mission is about how you accomplish your goals. So Vasily's mission is to find the right goal for you, not the family programming. In our family, everybody went through the higher education. Maybe you don't need a higher education. Or in our family, nobody went to higher education. Maybe you do need a higher education. In our family, we value this. Maybe you have different values. It's totally okay. Not a social pressure, how you should look or what kind of status you should have or what kind of language you should speak. I, for example, speak 2 languages. My children spoke English only. And then throughout the life, somehow I've managed to turn them around. So they now have 2 languages. And it's also not about leadership. Who leads you? It might be a toxic leader. It could be somebody whose goals are not yours and they're against your values. And therefore, when you hook on somebody, which happened to me last year, you hook on somebody who talks a lot and does nothing, who promises everything and does not deliver. You feel that disconnected conflict, which ruins your energy. Your energy needs to be clean. It's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's mostly what you exude, because your body is an electrical instrument. And you affect reality with that electricity. And that electricity translated within the body with photons and protons. But before photons and protons happens, your body is like a big internet. There is connections, webs, just like outside of you. There is a lot of connections that you don't see. Waves are moving through. You hear things without hearing things, subconsciously programmed by all kinds of media and everything else. We constantly have that as well. So to understand what thoughts are yours and what kind of results do you have when you think this way is at most importance. Why? Because imagine you are plugged into the cloud of thought that clouds your mind. Now you came to this earth with a specific mission. Vasily came here to prioritize. Stop doing 25 different things. This is the business that gives you money. Stop doing other things. Move this way. your team has 25 extra people who you pay, but you don't get a result, you need to either change their positions or you need to establish what are they good at this year. Because we calculate your programming, how your mind is going to work each year for each person, believe it or not. It's not a generic calendar that you get in a store or Google Calendar. It's a specific calendar. So when Vasily looks at the calendar and looks at your date of birth, he gives you that priority, which you would not be able to identify because our priority is usually something on fire. We have to drop everything and run to deal with that fire. But the truth of the matter is, when you always are on fire and you deal with this fire, your life is about fire. It's about stress, not about the purpose. So we want to share that flow of thoughts that create the chemical reaction, which is hormonal reaction. And then hormones are the messengers from your mind, goes through the whole body and tells your body what to do. And you have a number, a summary of all your numbers, which tells you exactly what you're going to be doing. And that could be absolutely against your call. It would be driven by your mission, so to speak. And the mission is the saving mechanism after 33. Before 33, you have a lot of energy. After 33, you only have 30% of that. So you're driven by the idea what you want, and you're driven by the action that you might not match with what you want. And then when you come to the consultation, Vasily gives you that. And my mission is 9. And what I do, I look at you and thousands of ideas, millions, gazillions ideas are being generated. Not because I'm so genius. It's because my mission works this way. I don't want to do things. I want other people to do things. This is how my mission 9 works. If I don't have enough energy, I will give you the goals and you will be overwhelmed. And within our team, I am idea generator. So I have gazillions of different metaphorical cards. And I have 64 stories for the children. And I have 4 books for adults. And I have, I don't know how many videos on my YouTube. But it needs to be specific for you. So in a private session, we go through that. I generate idea for you. Vasily gives you the strategy for you. What's your priority? And together we straighten up the mess. But let's look at the math. I think it's worth looking into. Personal numbers and what's happening with those personal numbers.
Yeah, it's just incredible. When I discovered for myself this poster, it's just incredible. Yeah, the flow of our thoughts and action in subjective reality. Guys, remember, we live in 3 different realities. The first one is subjective. It's everything is going on over here, inside, not outside, inside. And nobody can hear it. But knowing your date of birth, we can clear guide you through your own thoughts and share like what this is yours thoughts or this is not yours. And that's why to know your personal numbers is very important. The personal number is the day of birth. Yeah, this is your personality number, the type of thinking that you have. And we have 9 different types of thinking. Your name, your specific name in the password is also gives us this idea how it influences your action, your thoughts based on your letters in your name. And of course, you can have different spelling. For example, Anastasia, Anastasia. There is like different 1,000 ways of spelling, and it's going to be every time is going to be different. And we also have 9 energies. Your personal year, yeah, it's influenced a lot. And we have our personal year, personal month, and personal days. And today with the business owners, I was talking with them about this. I was showing them, guys, look, today your day, personal day is 4. You have your thoughts about goals and goal setting and prioritizing them. And the guy was, Vasily, how do you know it? Yes, I know because it's written here. And of course, we are not predicting anything. We just clear, like, see what's going to be through your year, month, and days. And that's very important. This is the first column here, yeah, that we can see that it's really important to know it by heart. Even you can read a lot of information on the internet for different like type of fields, but knowing yourself, it's very important. Then it goes with portfolio. Yeah, portfolio, this is the all numbers that you have in your date of birth. And of course, we have some deficit. We are not, there is no person on the earth who has like 9 all nine energies. And don't be scared about this. We can work on them. We can develop them. We can activate them if you have in your date of birth, or you can work on them through your personal calendar, because it shows us what kind of competencies you have in your personality. And of course, we can divide this on your personal competencies and your professional competence. This is like topic a bit deeper when we go in personal consultation, but it also influences a lot. After it, this is our mission. This is our strategy that kicks in at the age of 33. And this is an incredible period of our life from 30 to 36. This is like most crucial part, because before the 33 we build a lot, we really can hear other people, but after 33 we just incredible fighters. We can fight, and we really want to fight for our beliefs that we have created in our subjective reality. And this is only our first line here. Yes, Svetlana?
Absolutely. And like Vasily said, if you don't know your personal year, you don't know what energy wave is taking you. And you
Yeah.
don't have to remember that. All you need to do is calculate your day and months numbers plus the current year for humanity, which is 2026, together is 10, and we bring it to within 9 numbers, so it's year number 1. But
Or
how?
you can order. Yes, Svetlana, you can
Yeah.
calculate, but you can order your personal calendar as well.
And it comes to you in, you can buy the hard form, or you can buy a digital form, which is very easy. It's on my telephone. I can look up at any moment, because planning in the evening, for example, for the next day is very easy. You go to sleep and you think about tomorrow is the day 4, is the day of setting goals, and the day of prioritizing, and the day of celebrating accomplishment of these goals. And then when you wake up, you have that energy already kicked in. And as you sleep, your brain never sleeps. It's processing information. So you're ready. You pre-paved your road. And portfolio is not what you have in the bank. In the bank, you have money, digital numbers. This is your personal bank. This is where the energy that you invest in every day either grows or withdraws. So if you feel withdrawn, if you feel a lack of energy, that means you did not deposit into the energy of the day. Because if I have the day 3, it's the day about instruction and system and calculating and analyzing. And instead, I go to day 6, which is next to it, but it's different energies, the energy of comfort and rest and sleep and going to the spa and creating comfortable relationships. So instead of analyzing my relationship, I go and create comfortable relationship with somebody whose energy is toxic for me. What kind of result am I going to have? And the mission, the strategy is not just the words. These are the energies that drive you. They take you like this and they pull you. So when you don't know that something's pulling you, you cannot regulate that. You cannot control it. And you cannot control the situations in your life. You can only control the situations within your body. And that's easy when you know, because we also give you not just these numbers, but what you do with these numbers, just like in math. You create formulas, right? To solve the problem, you need a formula. And to invent the formula takes a lifetime. To know your formula of success is much easier. We just calculate it based on your numbers, and we tell you, you need to look from this perspective, you need to do this action, and it will bring you to this result. And we give you a way of analyzing how you can make yourself happy, not by marrying somebody who will buy things from you, not for marrying somebody who will cook for you, not for making your children obedient. You can make yourself happy very easily because you know how. For example, I feel great when I analyze, believe it or not, but this is how my mission works. When I analyze, I calm down and my ideas become very structured and very doable. And when I don't analyze, it doesn't happen. But we all have our own way of getting there. Not everybody is the same. If you start analyzing, it might not make you happy. It might be your desire, but not your skill. There are lots of intricate ideas that we can share with you. But when you do not have enough energy to process it, of course, it's not going to happen. And how do we know we don't have enough energy? It's when we feel, I don't care anymore. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody sees me. Nobody wants anything. When we feel that our efforts are useless. And that we feel when we're not following our own numbers, when we're trying to do something that doesn't belong to us. And we're suffering from it. Ego is the thought. Ego is our idea of who we are. That's not a bad word. It's a great thing. It's what we desire. It's what we want. It's our date of birth. It tells us this is who I am. This is how I think. And this is what I want. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I am okay. I'm 7. I am okay for wanting recognition. If you don't recognize me, too bad for you, because you are losing my wisdom, my expertise in the area which Group 7 is great at, which is crisis management. And I cannot wait for you to recognize me, because if you would recognize me, maybe you already know everything you know, and you know what I know, right? So people who know what I know recognize me, but people who don't know, they don't know what to recognize. So who's going to recognize me? Vasily will recognize me because he's from the same group. But also I need to recognize me. I need to know my ego, my story of myself. This is who I am. That's totally okay. I can be the way I am. I don't have to be quiet. I don't have to be, what you call it, plain. I can be 7, a star. At the same time, I seek happiness. I love that through analysis. And if I know how to analyze it, I educate other people. This is how things could be easier for you. I don't wait for people recognizing me as an analyst. Why? If they would know what I know, they probably would not need me.
100%, 100%. And it's very important. Yeah, this kind of ego topic is very painful for most of the people because we really don't know about it. We don't know anything about it. And of course, we heard this first time I heard this at my 30s. Yeah, nobody teaches. And that's why it's very important to teach this stuff a bit earlier because it's not something bad. There's like our dream is inside of our ego. But there's a couple like thoughts that we can really share with you guys that we have 9 different type of thinking. This is the 9 different type of ego. Yeah, and we're really looking for this kind of enjoyment. Yeah, happiness and enjoyment is 2 different categories. And of course, you really need to go in details to know. For example, yeah, we're the group 7, we're looking for recognition. Yeah, for the group really number 2, who was born on second 11, 20th or 29th, for them it's very important to be understood, yeah, and they're looking for understanding. They really want to understand everything on this earth, and this is impossible. Yeah, and working with the business people, like, I really want to grow. Okay, let's start with the date of birth, and we have like, okay, you were born on a second. Do you know everything? No, but I really want to know because I really want to understand everything. And that's why I'm asking a lot of questions. Okay, it's good, but you spend your time, you spend your life, you spend your energy because you cannot understand everything. But your like ego, your program of your mind will try to do it. And the worst case scenario when you have this kind of mission too after the age of 33. And right now I've been working recently with a couple of business owners from different countries with the number 2 energy, but they were doing the same things. They were like buying plane tickets to go somewhere on the South America, to go all these kind of trips to really find this understanding, because at one point they couldn't understand anybody and nobody could understand them. And that's why this unfinished like situation. And it's so interesting. Vasily, I really want to go high with my goals, but I cannot because I really want to. And that's why this is kind of 3 stage of our ego is very important. Yeah, suffers indifferent. And there's a lot of people who really don't want to do anything in their life anymore. They go to work, they come back. This kind of, we have a pool, we have a meat, we have like barbecue stuff, beer sometimes, and I don't
And
want
that's
to do
great
anything
too.
else.
Everybody is allowed and We accept people as they are. We do not really judge anybody for anything. We are educators, and we know
Yeah.
through the knowledge you might avoid some health issue problems, money issues, relationship issues, and most importantly, creativity issues. Because sometimes you feel blocked, completely blocked. I
Yeah.
have a goal, but I'm so scared. What if, what if, what if, what if? And this is the flow of thoughts and actions that are happening in subjective reality. That's why we're showing you that schematics, that way of understanding what brings you to the age of oh my God, I want it, I want it, I want, and somebody has to do it for me. Not really. Yes, you can find the team to help you with that, but you need to understand simple thing. You always look for the benefit, money, usually, comfort. It needs to be comfortable, and value. And we measure value in money. But benefit and value are two different things. You get the money from your action or not, but you always get a value. So the benefit of losing the money has a value. You never make a mistake. You make an educational curve. You are learning. You are in a learning curve, and now you know. You turn around, and now you understand that this is the mistake of the past is the benefit of the future, and your values have to be aligned with the value that you're receiving, because you would not recognize the value if you don't value it as part of your core. For example, for me, well-being in general is important. So I walk, I do exercises in the morning. Do you think I don't hate exercises? Do you think I love to wake up and start moving my leg and shaking and doing all of that and lymphatic exercises? No, no. I want to lay in bed forever and read a book or listen to some program and do nothing. But what I do know, if I do not wake up and go, my Kundalini energy does not move through my spine. That means nothing gets into my head, which means I will be in this indifferent state or suffering state or doing or serving somebody else's goals, not mine. So my values are important to me. I like to be honest with people. So if the client comes that is not ready to work with me, I send them to Vasily, because Vasily will always tell you the truth. But Vasily's name is six, not one like mine. So he will do it lovingly, and
Yeah.
he will take care of you, and he'll be the woman in our relationship because I'm a man. But at the same time, he has this revolutionary thinking that will take your goal to the next level, because fear is a good thing. If you're
Yeah.
very scared and worried, that means your goal is very big. And maybe you need to chop it up so you can do it step by step by step. If you don't feel any fear, that means maybe that goal is nothing important for you. And maybe there is no value in it. So every part of that poster is the life hack. It's something that you can take today as a practical solution to your issues, problems, crisis, and use it. Start with the value, for example, or start with your portfolio. See what are the talents that God gave you already. See what your mission is, how you act, and why. That's the value is the foundation of all of it. And when you have a value aligned with your goal, the fear disappears because it's no longer important. You don't no longer think, what if? You think,
Yeah.
I want it, I need it, and I'll get it.
Yeah, and most of the time, people they cannot reach their goals because nobody told them about their greatest competences, and that's why, yeah, knowing your date of birth, we can tell you 100% what you have really to start working on in order to unlock your potential. Because fears, it's like it's born with us, it's inside of us, and most of the time, it stopped us from doing any actions, and most of the time, we're waiting for the best time, for the best time. Fuck, I am already 50 and I really need to act. And but I lost a lot of time. And there are a lot of stories like this, even at your 30s. Yeah, wow, I'm already 30s. Like, yes, yes. That's why we have to remember actions will bring us towards our goals faster, or it's gonna pull us back. And of course, ethical or unethical actions will show us what kind of level of energy we're gonna have in our like life, yeah. And when we go through the prohibited actions, we have a less energy, good energy. Yeah, this kind of that gives us the pleasure of this life. Most of the time, like we're gonna live in 75% of our fear, with our fear, and even you have a great material world without around you, you're gonna be stuck like this. I can move, I can do anything in this life. I'm not happy. Wow, let's do it anything. But when you go with the actions that a bit hidden, yeah, you really can not really open. You can not really show the right way. You're gonna have this kind of 50-50. One day you're gonna feel yourself like, okay, I'm great, but another day it's like this. And it's very painful to go this kind of roller coaster. And when you go with the actions, when they're really open, everybody can see it. You have a expertise, you have your competence, you have the energy. You don't need to hide anything in your life. You're just open to this world. And of course, there's some numbers, for example, number five, who was born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd, or you have this energy after 33. These kind of people, they go to this world every day like a boxers. Like they really, really, I want to fight. If there's no logic in your actions or in your words, I'm gonna fight with you. And recently, we've been working with a lot of business people with energy number five. They even fight during the way to go to work, to the day business, in their car. Like they fight with other drivers how to cross the line. They fight with bus drivers. It's just incredible. Recently, I had a conversation with the business owner at 10 a.m. He was like this. I was like, "What's the fuck? What's going on?" And he's like, you can imagine, Vasily. I was fighting with the bus driver. Who's gonna be first? It's just incredible. And he's pretty old, like I mean, in his 40s, yeah. And this kind of actions, they really play with us incredible things. Yeah, of course, when we go to expectation of recognition, yeah, to get this kind of benefit, value, and convenience, and we wait. But this is the biggest illusion that's gonna bring us to the financial outcome. And knowing your date of birth, we can show you exactly about your level of financial outcome when you go with the kind of hidden actions or like prohibited actions. Yeah. And it's just incredible. Only with this information, you can change your financial outcome, and you even don't need to go to any specific programs, because I still remember attending a lot of like programs in Montreal from Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, thousand people there sitting and waiting. And there's another guy who's talking about financing from Germany. And of course, there are like thousand people waiting. Okay, what's the secret? What's the secret code? But the secret code, guys, this is in your date of birth.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the actions, like we already explained, comes from your mission and from your strategy. Because we all have our own strategy, and how we think, how our thoughts flow, could be recognized from the numbers in your birth date. And when you see big names that attract thousands and thousands of people, Tony Robbins, I've been to his trainings as well,
Yeah.
example, or Jack Canfield, or any big name, if you look, these are the people whose mission and strategy match to what they're doing. Their desire and their mission, and Tony is, I think, too. So,
Tutu.
yeah, so he is guru, he is a teacher, he is a psychologist, he is a peacemaker. So he's doing what he's doing on the stage because that is 100% of who he is. But when you do the action to gain the pleasure, yeah, because we all want the pleasure. The 100% of the pleasure is not available when your actions and your goals are against your numbers. No matter what you do, how much motivation you get, no matter how much you push yourself, you end up with losing the energy. And being open about yourself means that you can understand what's going on. Being open minded, being able to gain new knowledge creates this low expectation and a lot of recognition of yourself. Understanding that what you have here is already a gift, that you don't need to fix anything, there is nothing wrong with you, there is no mistakes in your life. And the fear that we experience as co-workers, as employees, as business owners, family people, the same. How many thousands people? I'm working in consulting from 2003, and it started with the Future of Coaching conference. I went there because that name Future, and my mission is 9. That was right after my mission kicked in, and I was a teacher. And at this point, when my mission 9 kicked in, I wanted to save humanity for real. I thought that without me, humanity is not going to go too far, and I need to do something. And then all of a sudden, Future of Coaching. So I went to this conference because I understand the future of humanity is in my hands. And when I came there, the father of the coaching was still alive. I can't remember his name, but that's okay.
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was still alive. And by the time I arrived to the conference, he was dead. He disappeared. He fulfilled his goal and disappeared. But I've met Tom Stone, who was also a future of coaching, because what he did, he went to Germany and he was the German scientist, because Europe is very big on bio resonance. He's created a machine that was called wave maker. And that machine, I still have it, has 2 electrodes and the processor. And when you hold those electrodes and you're thinking of something, it creates a certain energy. So on input, the machine takes it in. On output, you can debug, which is clean up your system, or upgrade, which is make your energy work, to boost your energy. So on debug, it reverts the wave of the energy. For example, I want it, and it drives me nuts. It reverts it, and it sends back to your body the rewarded signal. So 2 waves are collapsing each other. So you have a standing wave that drives the nuts, or you have no wave and you need something to bring your energy. That was machine I used for like 15 years, non-stop, every day, on myself, of course. How do you think I am who I am? It didn't happen magically. It was a magically. So, but this machine taught me the most incredible thing in my life, that every thought creates a wave push. Imagine a pebble that you drop into the glass of water. The water will come out. If you drop a pebble in the ocean, the concentric circles will barely reach anywhere because the ocean is so huge. But we're small. So every thought is like a pebble. When you drop it, it creates this rippling effect. And the rippling effect can either kill you or boost you. So it's up to you how your thoughts flow. It creates a flow or a tsunami of destruction. And we are scared of disapproval. That is a thought. If I do this, something bad will happen to me. I feel guilty. If I do this, somebody will suffer. That's not true. We choose where we are, who we are with, what we're doing. You are not choosing for anybody. You're only choosing for yourself. You're confused about your own desires. I don't know what I want. My mom wants this. My father wants this. My sister wants this. My child wants this. My husband wants this. You are in constant self-doubt and you're constantly criticizing yourself. It's like chronic critic awakes in the morning and runs your day. And we're trying to live in correct way. We should do correct action on correct day with correct people. Is absolutely impossible. What is possible is understanding who you are and allowing your thought come up to the surface. Once you drop the pebble, because you cannot control your thoughts whatsoever. Drop the pebble. You feel it. Wow. When you feel it, this is like the most important information. And instead of judging yourself, oh, I'm too emotional, oh, I'm too stupid, I'm too smart, I'm too loud, I'm too this, I'm too that. Instead of judging yourself, instead of doubting yourself, feel it. This thought creates this kind of reaction. Is that the reaction I can work with? If I have this impulse, I have to channel this energy into an action. The best action is you wake up and walk. I'm not saying walk all day, don't do anything, but you need to release the energy. If you have a clear understanding of the action, do the action. When you're listening to broadcasts like that, pick up the pen, write it down. Because what's happening right now is not just blah, 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 blah. We're not 5. We're not selling anything, we're not doing anything that will create an instant result. We are planting the seeds. Vasily gives you the goal, I give you the idea how to implement this goal, and your goal is to feel the pleasure. Not by doing prohibited action or hidden action or even open action. The pleasure comes from the pure understanding what pleasure is for you. I love to analyze, I analyze. Vasily likes to set up goals, he set up goals. If I like to use the day 6 for a spa day, I don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah, the most asked question is, Vasily, where's my money? Yeah, guys,
Money
money
will
is
be
here.
in a
On this, yeah, in this poster, you can see all the answers. Yeah. It's just incredible. Yeah, it's so powerful that we have like great time right now. Like on a distance of finger, you can reach like us guys, ask questions, and we'll be glad to answer all of them. I really want to repeat all of them because we can answer to all your questions. Why you're living through this kind of issues right now, or challenges, or conflicts, or any kind of situations. What you really need to do in order to achieve your goals. And we have this kind of service when we go very closely with business owners through their business routine. And every Monday we have this kind of magic calls with the business owners, and we plan our week, and we work with the calendars and really help them to work with their thoughts during the days, because they took this kind of responsibility for other people. They create this kind of place where other people, they come and work. Yeah. And of course, this is a huge responsibility. And of course, to grow, to keep everything on their shoulders, we help them a lot with the energy, how to play with energy, how to play with energy of the name, the date, the registration dates. Yeah, all this kind of information is very important. And when we put everything together on the map, they can see clearly. Yeah, and this is something new, something revolutionary that we have right now, let's say on the market. Yeah, on the market of personal.
Says the revolutionist, because mission 4 is revolution, but also mission 4 is about education, it's about knowledge. And that's
Yeah,
what Vasily is doing. I, on the other hand, picked up this mission from somebody else, and I was a teacher for over 20 years. And then I realized I'm not a teacher. I don't want to teach anybody. I don't really care to teach anybody. So I don't do those calls, those group stuff. I generate ideas in relationship with you. So come to Vasily. He will put you in a mastermind. He will help you with personal stuff. If you know your archetypal journey, if you want to understand who you are, where is this higher aspect of you got stuck on a hero or heroine journey, because men and women have different journeys. But what
yeah,
happens? Women become men. They go, hey, 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 Amazon time. And men become women. Darling, can you be quiet? Can you just stop crying? I will do anything for you. And we have our own journeys. If you want to understand that archetypal journey, I am an archetypal psychologist. I will show you what the number mean. And I want to leave you today with 3 questions. Where do you hear the voice in your head that doubt yourself? Not your voice. Who's talking? Who is talking? And what belief rules your life? What goals you are accomplishing because your father's talking, your mother's talking, but you never have chosen these goals. And most importantly, where are you looking permission? Who's going to give you this permission? And I want to answer that question for you. Nobody's going to give you permission, because everybody has their own flow of thoughts. Give yourself permission to be. You are alive. It happens once. Your soul is immortal, but you, this physical thing, subjective reality, only once. You
yeah,
miss, it's a blink of an eye, you miss it, you miss it. Give yourself permission to be. Give yourself permission to move in this life your way, your hero journey or heroine journey, your goal, your money, however big or small, your pleasure, your day, your energy, your name, all of it. Take all of
yeah.
it. We give it to you. Just take it. This is what mission
And
now
your
is about.
personal
I
date
want
of
to
birth.
give it
Yeah.
to you. Take it.
Nice, guys. You have everything right now. Let us know if you really need more something. Talk to you next time. Ciao.
Yeah.